Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Salazar Insight. Today's topic is looking out for number one. What do I mean by that? When you hear about looking out for number one, you're usually talking about looking out for yourself. And that's correct. I do want to talk about that today. As I was reflecting on this time of the year, as we're getting to the end of the summer and we're getting into the fall and kids are getting back to school and everyone seems like after the summer vacation, it's the time we get into our regular routine, our schedules, and basically our crazy life starts again with running around with school and work and everything else that has to be done. And one of the things that I've learned over the years, and I often reflect, is we're in society right now that's always a fast-paced environment. You always hear this, always going 1,000 miles a minute. You hear people saying, wow, this year went by real fast, and it seems like every year goes by faster and faster, but we still only have 24 hours in a day, right? It just seems to go by a lot faster and never get anything done. What happens is we're trying to do so much, and for the most part, it's for good reasons. If you have a family, you have kids, you're helping them with school. Kids have a lot of activities. You're running from one place to another, usually between parents. You're deciding who's going to go where, who's going to do what, and you just fall into that rut. And if you're not dealing with kids, you also, personally, whether you're career-oriented and you're at work, you're going after one deadline, another deadline, and it used to be a time, and sometimes people feel, well, even at work, it's much slower in the summer. That slow time never comes anymore, right? So we're always going full speed ahead. So what I want people to consider now and think about is, what is it that you're doing for yourself to try to help recharge your battery? Because of everything that has to be done, whether it be because of family commitments or work, we're always on the go, but we never stop and say, hey, what am I doing to make sure that I'm doing well? Because we're always looking out to doing things for others. We always feel like it's important to be ready to help others, but we never take the time to help ourselves. A lot of us say, well, I don't have time for myself. You hear that all the time. You also hear about, the martyr principle, and I used to be that way also. What does that, the martyr principle, mean? Well, that means is that you always are there for everyone else, and you always have things to do for someone else, that you don't have time for yourself. Oh, I got to do things for the kids. I got to do this for my spouse. My neighbor just asked me to help with this, or they need me at the club that I'm at. I have to do this, have to do that, and you never have time for yourself. Well, folks, I'm here to tell you something, and I've been through this. It is important that you take time for yourself. You take a break. You need to find something that you can do to take care of number one, which I refer to as refreshing your battery. Okay, recharge that battery. It could be some type of activity, whether it be as simple as, a lot of people just enjoy working out and do that as part of their routine, and that's great. But how about, do you have a hobby? Do you have something that you can claim for yourself that you like to do? Whether it be maybe going to the golf range and hitting some golf balls, going fishing, reading a book, going for a walk. Whatever the case might be, it's important that you find something that you can consider, say, wow, I need this break. And you'll be surprised some of the things that you end up doing that you can consider a break. Give you a quick example. I'm always busy doing stuff. I'm always on the computer doing office work, stuff like that. One of the things I realized a couple months ago, that I have a storage room in the basement that is so packed with stuff that we've had for years. And one of my missions was to actually go through that. But of course I never have time, right? So what did I do? I decided that once a week I'm going to take 30 minutes to start working on that storeroom. And you know what? Now that I've been doing that, and be surprised, almost getting there, but after those 30 minutes, and I set myself a timer, but I actually feel accomplished that I did something, and I can go back and do whatever else it is that has to be done. But it's just simple things like that. I mean, who would ever think that cleaning out a storeroom is going to make you feel better? Well, it's a change of the normal routine. Now, I don't do that all the time, but that's just an example. Find something that you can do that you can feel good about, that'll help you recharge that battery so that you can go back into your normal routine. All right? So taking care of number one is extremely important. And you've heard this before. You've heard it from professionals, from doctors, from counselors, from motivational speakers. Is you cannot help others unless you help yourself first. There's a lot of truth to that. So it's important that you find your way to be able to take care of yourself. That's my insight for you today. Hope you realize where I'm coming from. Hope it gives you something to think about. and just ask yourself, what am I doing to improve myself, to help myself, to recharge myself? All right? Folks, thank you so much. I hope you like this. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like it. Feel free to share this. Also, please subscribe, because we have several videos on board now. We continue to put more. And again, just giving you an average person's view on life, a perspective on life. And I hope, again, like I said before, if you have any thoughts, any ideas you want to share, please do that on the comments. And remember what I always say, learn to live and live to learn. Till next time, have a great day.